and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different because some of my friends who've been watching my YouTube videos have been asking me for some advice on how to do some makeup things, I guess. So today I'm going to be doing my lashes and showing you guys how to apply lashes. I'm not saying I'm the best out there. If you can't understand the way that I'm giving advice or whatever, there are a lot of other makeup tutorial channels who would probably do a better job than me. So come for the tutorial, stay for the personality, I guess. That's all I have to offer. That's all I have to offer. I'm not very knowledgeable. Anyway, so I'm going to start out with the first thing that you have to know when doing your eyelashes. If you're a beginner, I would suggest that you use the clear glue. So I use this one at the minute. I don't know if you can pick that up, but anyway, it's honestly, it's very cheap glue. I don't have money for expensive stuff, so I'm using that at the moment. And the reason why I like to use this is because when you apply it to the lash, it has like a blue kind of sticky, so when it's still sticky, it's blue. And then when it dries, so when it gets tacky to stick to your lash, then it goes like a clear whitish way. So I'm going to show you how that works. First of all, I use this little clipper thing. See, so it's like this. It's almost like a tweezer, but not. So it looks like this. You might get it in your eyelash packets. There are better ones, but I just use what I have. Like I said, we don't have money to spend. So I'm going to show you quickly here. I like to center the clipping thingy in the middle of my lash as to keep it rounded. So I like to center it so that it's rounded, and then you can see there's like this little tape there, and that's where you're going to be applying the glue. So you want to apply a very, very thin layer of glue. I'm going to stand up for this. Okay, let's see. I hope you guys can see. So you apply a very thin layer of glue, and you want to get more, and then you just work it around. You want to get more glue on the edges than you do on the middle, because usually the edges is what gives you trouble. Like here, this piece, and then this piece. That's what gives you the most trouble. So as you can see, when you apply it, it's like a bluish tacky kind of color. And you want to make sure that your lash is rounded, because if it's not rounded and it's straight, you're going to struggle your ass off to get it onto your eye, because it makes your eye makes that little bend. So if your lash is straight, you're going to struggle to get it onto your eye to stick on there. So now all you're going to do is you're just going to sit here and wait for the glue to get tacky so that you can stick it on your eye. I'm doing it on a naked eye today just so that you can see a little bit better like what I mean about applying it. You want to get it to dry quite a bit, because if you put it on while it's too wet, it's going to slip around the whole time. So you can, while your lash is drying, we can go in with this little tool here. So this is just the eyelash curler. And what I like to do is I like to put it as backwards as possible onto my lash. And then I just squeeze shut. And then slightly open and squeeze shut again. And I do that about 5 to 10 times just to curl the lash properly. So if you just squeeze once and it doesn't give me the effect that I like. So you can see this lash is more curled, this lash is more straight. You can see that, right? So that's going to help with when you put the lash onto your eyelid, that it doesn't just like slip off the lash. So that's just going to help to keep the lash on top of the lash, if that makes any sense at all. So you'll see it's getting a little bit more clear. It's not really picking up on camera, but it's getting a bit more, the color is changing quite a lot. So I'm just going to go in. You don't want to like really close your eye all the way with this, but you don't want to open it. So you're going to look straight ahead, and then you're just going to stick it to your eye, and you're just going to hold it there. Okay, Now that it's there, just going to go into the corners and just adjust those corners. You don't want to pull it too much, but you're just going to adjust those corners. The other thing that I would say as a tip, you want to hold it like this, because if you hold it straight, then you're going to get a droopy lash. And that looks like shit, to be honest with you. The other thing is, if you have a smaller eye, like I have quite a wide eye, so I don't have this problem with lashes, but if you have a smaller eye, you might want to just trim a little bit of the excess on the outside. Don't trim the inside, because as you can see, the lash goes from small and then it goes out bigger and thicker. So if you trim it from the middle, it's just going to look like you have this thick, bushy, like eyelash. So you trim from the outside. So you're going to measure it on your eye, and then if it goes over that part of your eye, so you see that part of your eye, if it goes over that, so say your lash is sitting here on your eye, you're going to want to trim that, because that's just going to look horrendous. So before you apply the lash, check the length of the lash, and then like measure where you're going to cut, and then you just cut it off. These hairs, you will see like they're separate. So then you're just going to cut like a piece there and then measure it, and then rather cut too little than too much, because if you cut like a big chunk off, then you're going to be left with an unusable lash. Okay, so now you can see it's dry, it's on there, but there's still a little bit of a gap there. So I'm going to go back in with these, and I'm just going to pinch it onto my lash. And then what I like to do is I like to pull it outwards. So don't take this thing and pull it up, because then you're going to pull the eyelash off. You pull it to the side. And then just adjust it with my fingers a little bit. Now what I like to do to make it look just a little bit more like it's blending into my own lashes and not just sitting on top of it, is I like to add a bit of mascara from the bottom. So I'm just blending it out from my lashes into the false lashes, just to make it a little bit more unified. That makes sense. And then you're going to want to just add a little bit of mascara to your bottom lash. I know a lot of people put lashes on their bottom lashes as well. I'm not brave enough for that yet, so I'll just stick to the top lashes. Like I said, guys, I'm not like a professional makeup artist or anything, as you can see. I will do one side only mascara so that you can see the difference between lashes and mascara. It makes quite a big difference. There are some times that I would just put on mascara because I don't feel like the drama. But yeah, this is a pretty good mascara. It gives me pretty good volume. But the lashes just do that little bit extra that the mascara can't do, you know. Okay, so that is the difference between normal mascara and then the lashes. What I do like to do when I'm not wearing a lash is I like to let my mascara dry for a bit, and then I'll go in with a second coat and I'll just add onto it. But I'll show you how I do that in a minute. Because if you add your mascara from the bottom again, then it's going to go clumpy. So what I do is I let it dry, and then from the tip of where the eyelash ends, I take the wand and I just go from that tip and I build onto the tip so that it doesn't clump. Because if you build from the bottom again, then the bottom is like these thick clumps. And I know that's a style choice, but if you don't want it to look like that, then you can easily just like do it where you go from the top. I do have quite thick lashes, not long lashes, but thick lashes, so my eyelashes are very prone to clumping. So I like to just do it from the top, and then that way I avoid clumping. So then once it's dry, you're just gonna go in from the top. I'm just gonna close my eyes to this part, and then you just build onto that a little bit. if your eyelashes are stuck together, you just take the wand and you just wiggle it a little bit. There you go. So as you can see, that's the difference between my lashes and my normal mascara. I am currently, my hands are full of mascara now. I'm currently using the Yardley lash extender, not sponsored. I'm way too small to be sponsored. Anyway, so I'm currently using that. And then eyelashes, honestly, I use cheap eyelashes. I don't really care about the name behind the eyelashes. But yeah, that's how I do it. You can try it out. If you have any questions, you can comment below. One last tip that I would like to add in is if you do a wing liner, it also helps to just like add that black there in the on top of your eyelash, so that you can't like clearly see if there is a bit of a gap between the lash and your normal lash. You can't really pick it up like that shockingly. So yeah, I just like to do that. I will be doing a tutorial on how I do my winged liner next week. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please subscribe. I'm going to be coming with a lot more tips. I don't want to call it a tutorial because I'm not in that tier of makeup YouTuber level yet. I can give you tips, but I'm not gonna say that it's good. It works for me, and that's how I do it. So yeah, stay tuned for more tips and tricks for makeup. And then also I have my reactions, and I also have my Supernatural Saturdays, where I talk about true horror that has happened throughout history and modern day, and I do my makeup at the same time without the tips this time. Anyway, so yeah, next Saturday I will be talking about, or this Saturday actually, I will be talking about, are ghosts real? My experiences with ghosts and the paranormal. So if you want to see that, please subscribe, put on the notifications so that you get notified when my next video comes out. I will truly appreciate it if you hit the like and subscribe button. I thank you so much for watching. It means a lot to me. And I hope I see you in my next video, or you'll see me in the next video, because I can't see you because I'm looking into a camera. Anyway, I look like Cyclops right now. I'm doing the Katy Perry thing. No, I'm not. Anyway,